Hi everyone, this is Leslie. Welcome to my channel. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying this series that I'm creating about my weight loss journey. And today what I want to feature is the question that I'm often asked, which is, do you have a product that will suppress the appetite or reduce the hunger, things like that? Well, I need to address this with a very, very broad reply, including no, not really, but yes, entirely. So this is confusing, I know, because, the reason it is confusing is people don't really understand how Herbalife Nutrition actually works. Now, we do help people to lose weight, absolutely, but the majority, like 99% of diets out there in the marketplace that help people to lose weight are diets where people have to cut down on what they're eating, and mostly they have to fight with their feelings of hunger and cravings and lack of nutrition. So that is where people get confused when it comes to getting on a Herbalife weight loss program. And Herbalife is all about cellular nutrition. So therefore, when your body gets the nutrition that Herbalife Nutrition supplies, your body works that miracle of health, which is normalizing everything about you. So instead of having to have something that suppresses the hunger or the appetite, in fact, what Herbalife Nutrition is doing is it's supplying your body with every single nutrient, and probably more than you've had before, but certainly every single nutrient that your body needs. Now, when your body gets all that nutrition, it just doesn't recognize that feeling. Because if you think about it, the majority of people who decide that they need to lose weight have often tried various ways of losing weight, including listening to what other people tell them to do. And the majority of people out there try different kinds of diets. Now, diets involve cutting back, willpower, suppressing their appetite, sacrificing and starving your body in some way, shape or form. Recognize that? Well, that's what I tried, and those things didn't work for me, because by the end of it all, I ended up with a larger tummy and a thicker waistline than I ever wanted. But that was because I was starving myself. And when you starve your body, what it does is it slows down the metabolism, and the slower metabolism, of course, doesn't really burn off anything that you're eating, and it just lays it down as fat on your body. So that is why a regular kind of diet works short term, but it doesn't really do the job long term. So for me, I actually went from these various kinds of diets to Herbalife Nutrition, believing that this was going to be the same as any other diet. But in actual fact, when I started receiving the balance of nutrition that the Herbalife shake and the Herbalife vitamin tablets give you, I started to find that my body was responding very differently. First of all, of course, there'll be those moments where you think you want to eat those things that you're used to eating, those habits that you have. But actually, when you start listening to your body, you find that you don't need those things anymore. So I was finding that my example that I've given before is that, okay, I used about my first week, I used a certain amount of willpower, which is I'm not going to eat chocolate as often. But by the end of that first week, something inside of me said, right, now you've lost 3 pounds, so you deserve some chocolate. So I tried that chocolate, and it really didn't give me the same satisfying hit that I was used to getting. And I found myself thinking, this is actually too sweet, and how does it taste different to what it used to be like? And in actual fact, that was just my body probably saying something along the lines of, you don't really need this. This is quite an interesting taste because you like the taste of chocolate, but it's not something that you need, and therefore it's feeling a little bit excessive in the terms of it was too sugary, it was too rich and sickly. So I was able to mysteriously, in my mind, put this chocolate aside for later. And that was not something that I'd ever been able to do before. So that gave me a clue as to what was happening with my body. My body was actually now saying, you've got enough, that's fine, let's carry on without it. And so answering the question, does Herbalife Nutrition suppress your appetite? Well, I suppose it kind of does, because it nourishes you so fully that your body is not saying, I'm hungry, feed me every 5 minutes. In fact, it's not about hunger, it's usually about starvation. So when people stop eating certain things and only introduce certain food groups, they are actually starving their body, and therefore they get these cravings that say, feed me. But when you're on Herbalife Nutrition, you're not starving your body, you're actually nourishing your body. You're feeding your body with more nutrition than you've ever had before. And so your body starts to be satisfied and doesn't send out those cravings anymore. And it takes a little bit of time to recognize the difference, because we're so used to feeding that starving craving and fighting that starving craving that actually when you just get hungry, because hunger is a natural thing. Babies get hungry when it's time to eat. Maybe it seems a little bit odd when you're on Herbalife Nutrition and you get hungry. Well, yes, everybody gets hungry when it's time to eat. So we eat, and we advise people the kind of things that would be good to eat. But you know what? When I first got started, I'll be honest, I didn't actually change the kind of food that I was eating to start with. I didn't just, go into rabbit food. I replaced my 2 meals a day with Herbalife nutritional shakes and tablets, and I had one regular meal with whatever I was going to have with my family, with my friends, going out, cooking at home. It didn't really matter. That was my main meal. And because my body was receiving the nutrition in the 2 other Herbalife meals, I found that it was able to be satisfied with less. I was having smaller portions and feeling perfectly happy. And on top of that, my body was metabolizing things so well that I had more energy. I was getting more nutrition out of the food that I was eating, but mostly I was getting the nutrition from the Herbalife supplements. So by getting all of that supplementation that makes you feel so good, then your body is rewarded and feeling happy and no longer suffering, craving, or starving. So I hope that answers that mysterious question of, do we need to starve ourselves to lose weight? Absolutely not. Starving is never good for you, because starving makes you get tired, lacking energy, bad-tempered, and then eventually poor skin, and everything else. There's some pretty awful things that happen to people when they go on extreme dieting. And, I've suffered a few, and I've seen a lot of people who do suffer in that way. So don't do that to yourself. Come along and listen to that 1% of the market that helps people to lose weight without all of that suffering that most diets give. And don't be confused by the fact that we tell you to eat when you're hungry and allow your body to metabolize. And we, the coaches in our group, help to support you through that, so you're not on your own. And I certainly, using this process, have not only lost 21 pounds or 10 kilos in a short space of time, but I also lost 4 inches from around my waist and 3 inches from around my hips, which were my trouble areas. And I've maintained that weight loss now for 33 years. And so it's not about suffering, it's about loving your body, giving your body what it deserves, and your body will pay you back tenfold, because the side effects of losing weight with Herbalife are, strong hair, lovely nails, good skin, plenty of energy, and staying youthful and safe from all kinds of coughs, colds, and ailments that may come along. So protect your body, give it what it needs, and let the body work the miracle of health for you. Just give it what it needs. Okay, well, I hope that's covered some information for you today. Subscribe to my channel, click the notifications, and let's see you again on the next video. Bye for now.